And also, another article up tonight too is called Earth Cooling Schemes Need Global Sign-Off, researchers say. Now, we know we've been sprayed continuously since 97, 98 by those who don't stare at their little cell phones but actually don't have them, and they look up in the sky and things like that, things that are normal. You've been seeing it so steadily since about 1998. This is controversial geo-engineering projects that may be used to cool the planet must be approved by world governments to reduce the danger of catastrophic accidents, British scientists said. The Met Office researchers have called for global oversight of the radical schemes after a study showed they could have huge and unintended impacts on some of the world's most vulnerable people. Well, we're all vulnerable because we all breathe, and this stuff is highly toxic to your health. The dangers arose in projects that cooled the planet unevenly. In some cases, these caused, so here's an admission here, right? In some cases, these caused devastating droughts across Africa. This is their geo-engineering. And others, they increased rainfall in the region, but left huge areas of Brazil parched. Says the massive complexities associated with geoengineering and the potential for winners and losers means that some form of global governance is essential, said Jim Haywood of the Met Office's Hadley Centre in Exeter. The warnings build on work by scientists and engineers to agree a regulatory framework that would ban full-scale geoengineering projects, at least temporarily, but allow smaller research projects to go ahead. Geoengineering comes in many flavors, but amongst the more plausible are solar radiation management, schemes that would spray huge amounts of sun-reflecting particles high into the atmosphere to simulate the cooling effects of volcanic eruptions. Well, we're breathing all this stuff in, folks. We have been for years now. They know it too. Your health services know it. They keep stats and everything. They've seen that bronchitis, pneumonia skyrocket. Skyrocket. Never mind the deaths too. There's been, of course, been deaths with it. The very young and the elderly. So it says, in 2009, a Royal Society report warned that geoengineering was not an alternative to cutting greenhouse gas emissions, but conceded the technology might be needed in the event of a climate emergency. Well, they've created an emergency. They've caused all the problems. Writing in the journal Nature, Climate Change, Hayward and others show that moves to cool the climate by spraying sulfate particles into the atmosphere would go spectacularly wrong. They began by looking at the unexpected impacts of volcanic eruptions. And so on and so on. They go with their nonsense. But anyway, I'll put in 2 PDFs, one from this group's advised recommendations to the governments, the British government, and the government's answer to it, 2 PDFs. Government response to geoengineering. But they're already doing it, as I say, and that's why you're getting some strange weather here and there when they've been spraying heavily. You can actually watch them do it, and you know what's coming if you've been watching it long enough. You know if they're going to give you a storm or what they're going to give you. And you get so sick looking at this milky white sky. No defined clouds, just milky whites with all the heavy spraying.